The divorces of Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp Amber Heard have been dubbed by the media and the public as the divorces of the century. The parties involved have made profound and impressive statements, but ultimately, after witnessing prolonged lawsuits and disputes spanning years, many people feel exhausted by the shattered marriages of these celebrities. Russian novelist Leo Tolstoy once wrote, "All happy families are alike. Each unhappy family is unhappy in its own way." In the cases of Amber Heard, Johnny Depp and Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, even after stepping out of their marriages, they continue to suffer in their own unique ways due to the aftermath of their failed marriages. Despite announcing their separations in 2016, the two-century divorce cases of Amber Heard, Johnny Depp and Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie have yet to reach a definitive conclusion. Amber Heard, Johnny Depp, when will they finally escape the deep quagmire of litigation? Amber Heard has once again appeared on television to speak about being subjected to domestic violence by Johnny Depp. Despite the lawsuit concluding with a victory for Johnny Depp, Amber Heard has been officially affirmed as having defamed the actor's reputation. Now, the fact that the actress continues to speak out about being a victim of domestic violence has raised concerns among legal experts regarding Amber Heard. They worry that she may face another lawsuit from Johnny Depp, and even Heard herself has admitted to being fearful of this possibility. What is even more surprising is when Amber Heard reminisced about her love for Johnny Depp during the interview. Despite all the accusations and legal battles, Heard still spoke about her love for Johnny Depp. "I love Johnny Depp, I loved him with all my heart. I made every effort to repair and steer this deeply fractured relationship in the right direction, but in the end, I couldn't do it. However, after everything, I have no ill will or animosity towards him," Heard shared in an interview with NBC's Dateline. The interviewer, Savannah Guthrie, also asked Heard about her article published in the Washington Post in 2018, where she claimed to be a victim of domestic violence and expressed a desire to damage Johnny Depp's reputation and career. Amber Heard responded, "Of course not." However, when giving testimony in court, Johnny Depp expressed that despite winning the lawsuit, he was still the one who lost everything. "I have nothing left, I've lost everything. When the allegations were made and quickly spread worldwide, that I was a drunkard, a drug addict, and a woman abuser, everything came crashing down for me. This happened when I was over 50 years old. I felt like my life was over. So what are the consequences of this? Honestly, regardless of the outcome of this lawsuit, at the moment when the allegations were made against me, at the moment when information was distorted and leaked to the media, in that instant, I lost everything. I know that these accusations will follow me for the rest of my life because the incident garnered too much attention. Furthermore, when I say I lost everything, it's not just a temporary burden placed upon me for a period of time. I will carry that burden for the rest of my life because the accusations have been made. All of this should not have unfolded in this manner, it should have never gone this way, and I truly don't understand why things had to escalate to this extent." In reality, when Amber Heard agreed to appear on the Dateline program, she put herself in a difficult position by further immersing herself in the quagmire of litigation that is currently unfavorable for her. The animosity towards Amber Heard at this time is significant, and she continues to be heavily criticized on social media. Amber Heard's reminiscence about her love for Johnny Depp and her lack of ill will or animosity towards him after everything that has happened has been mocked and ridiculed on social media. One social media user commented, "Who advised Amber Heard to do this interview is subtly harming her. Truly, these revelations are a disaster and only make Amber Heard's image worse." Another social media user gave brief advice, saying, "Amber Heard should learn to remain silent at this time and should live more privately in the future, avoiding any mention of personal matters." Another person expressed their opinion, saying, "It turns out that Johnny Depp wasted time and money pursuing the lawsuit because after the court ruling, it seems that everything is meaningless. The accusations are still being brought up on television. So, was the verdict in the lawsuit meaningless? I truly can't understand." Former US President Donald Trump once made a social media post expressing his humorous take on Depp and Heard. "Is anyone following the lawsuit between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard? They truly are an adorable couple, aren't they? First of all, Johnny sued Amber over an article she sent to a small news outlet, which realistically, not many people read. But Johnny didn't want his public image to be affected by that article, so he had to sue. And how did things unfold? She countersued and demanded a $100 million compensation. The accusations made by both parties in court were numerous and horrifying. Will they reconcile and live happily in peace from then on? The world's richest billionaire, Elon Musk, who was once in a relationship with Amber Heard, also wrote a comment on social media regarding Depp and Heard, saying, "I hope both of them will move past this." Looking at the positive side, both of them are extraordinary individuals. The court has fulfilled its duty in determining right and wrong. As for public opinion, at least two prominent figures in the United States have expressed their views. One being a former president, the other being the world's richest billionaire, and both of them believe that Depp and Heard should stop and learn to live in peace, in order to continue with their careers and lives. Both of them are truly remarkable individuals. Depp is a world-renowned film actor, while Heard is famous for her beauty, often described as the golden ratio face. They both had successful careers and now, due to their relationship, have faced an ongoing collapse without an end in sight. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. 6 years of custody dispute and ongoing legal battle. In early 2017, 5 months after announcing their separation, Angelina Jolie shared in an interview, "I don't want to say much about the divorce, other than to acknowledge that it's been a very difficult time, and we are still a family. We will always be a family. We will get through this time and hopefully be a stronger family for it. We are in a difficult time, and as I said, we are and forever will be a family. That is how I am coping with it. I am finding a way to make sure that this somehow makes us stronger and closer." Since their high-profile split, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie have been engaged in a custody battle over their 6 children. The legal proceedings have been ongoing, with both parties seeking to expand their arguments and assert their rights as parents. The former Hollywood power couple, known as Brangelina, had been together for more than a decade before their separation. Despite their initial commitment to co-parenting and maintaining a strong family bond, the divorce has been tumultuous, marked by various legal disputes and public scrutiny. As of now, the custody battle between Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie continues, and the final resolution remains uncertain. The case serves as a reminder of the complexities and challenges that can arise when high-profile couples navigate the process of separating and determining child custody arrangements. Regarding Brad Pitt, 7 months after the separation announcement, he responded in an interview, "I've got no secrets. I've got nothing to hide. We're human, and I find the human condition very interesting. If we're not talking about it, then we're not getting better. Divorce is like a death. That's what I went through. That's what it is. There is no winning it. It's just a matter of containing it and dealing with it better. It was a very difficult time, and we are a family. We will always be a family, and we will get through this time and hopefully be a stronger family for it." Brad Pitt acknowledged the challenges and emotional toll of the divorce, expressing his commitment to being there for his children. He recognized the futility of lengthy legal battles and the importance of self-reflection during such difficult times. "I don't want to be in a fight. I'm grateful that I'm not bitter about it. I'm grateful we don't have some terrible war of words with each other. Instead, I'm focusing on my own flaws. I had to understand my own culpability in the parts that I played. I'm not perfect. We're all getting older. We're all coming to terms with our own frustrations and disappointments. I'm not going to be here forever. I've got a limited amount of time, and I don't want to spend it on something so frivolous." Despite Brad Pitt's introspective approach and willingness to move forward, the custody dispute between him and Angelina Jolie has continued for nearly 6 years since their separation and over 3 years since their divorce was finalized. The prolonged legal battle highlights the complexity and challenges involved in resolving custody issues, even for high-profile individuals. In the early days after stepping out of their marriage, the actions of both Jolie and Pitt in their custody battle were widely covered by the media. However, over time, they realized that this did not benefit either party and led to a less favorable public perception of both Hollywood stars. As a result, they began handling things more discreetly. Nevertheless, they still couldn't reach a mutual agreement regarding the custody of their children. Angelina Jolie wanted full custody, while Brad Pitt sought shared custody. It seemed like things might come to an end in July 2021 when a judge ruled that Jolie and Pitt would share custody. However, shortly after, Jolie presented evidence suggesting that the judge's decision might have been unfair, as the judge had previously had personal connections with Pitt's lawyer. These connections could have influenced the judge's decision, leading to the decision being revoked. Jolie and Pitt's children are growing up. Maddox and Paxton have entered adulthood, while Zahara, Shiloh, Vivian, and Knox are still not of legal age. Despite the passing years, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt have yet to reach a unified agreement on the custody arrangement. Not only are Jolie and Pitt involved in a custody dispute, but they are also embroiled in a legal battle regarding a property in France. In February of this year, actor Brad Pitt filed a lawsuit against actress Angelina Jolie because Jolie had sold her share in the Chateau Merville estate, France, without reaching an agreement with Pitt. According to the lawsuit filed by Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie sold her share illegally, because they had previously agreed not to sell their shares in the Chateau Merville estate without the consent of the other party. This estate includes a large vineyard with potential profitability. Actor Brad Pitt mentioned in the lawsuit that this vineyard had become his passion and significant interest in recent years. However, Jolie's unexpected sale of her shares to a Russian businessman without prior agreement with Brad Pitt has caused him difficulties in caring for the vineyard and estate according to his personal desires. The Merville estate is located in the village of Correns in the Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur region in southeastern France. The estate consists of 35 rooms and a large vineyard. Jolie and Pitt purchased the Merville estate in 2008 for $28.4 million. Initially, their intention was to raise their children there and establish a family-owned wine production company. The couple also held their wedding ceremony at the estate in 2014. Currently, in addition to the custody dispute, Jolie and Pitt have deep disagreements regarding the handling of their shared assets. Over the years, Brad Pitt has developed the vineyard at the Murreville estate and built a multi-million-dollar business. When Jolie expressed her intention to sell her shares, Pitt began negotiations to buy back all of Jolie's shares, aiming to become the sole owner of the estate. However, in October 2021, a company announced that they had acquired the shares owned by Jolie at the Murreville estate. This came as a shock to Pitt because in the current situation, he will no longer be able to use the estate as his private home, nor will he have full control over the wine production company, despite his significant contributions and investments. Feeling deliberately mistreated, Brad Pitt filed a lawsuit. Currently, the legal dispute surrounding the vineyard estate in France has become a new focal point in the tense relationship between Jolie and Pitt.